All right, welcome back inside U.S. Bank Stadium. This is The Walk. Gabe Henderson here alongside voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen and PA. Earlier in one of our segments, we were down in the opposite end zone. And this week, we're going to go down to this end zone because there were a lot of big plays made in 2020, but none more importantly than the one-handed touchdown grab. Adam Thielen, Dallas Cowboys. Granted, we didn't win that game, but you talk about a catch, a circus catch like that. I feel like that's pretty much the staple of Adam Thielen's career. Like, he just makes plays when the ball is near him.
Drive. Cousins to the end zone.
Did he get his feet in?
Catch was made by Thielen. It's ruled a touchdown.
Wow, another one-handed catch, Kenny.
It came to a point with Thielen, Rudolph, maybe Irv Smith Jr., where they were doing so many things one-handed. You know, I was kind of like, I mean, is this a thing now? Are you guys like showing off or what? But they had to be one-handed, but it's unbelievable how easy they make it look. And with Adam, you know, the beauty of Adam, following him all of his career, everybody knows the Detroit Lakes, Mankato, practice squad. We're at the College Stadium, gets into the end zone off a block punt. You know, Adam is a metaphor for life. Because Adam shows you that if you believe in something and you outwork a majority of the people to get there, whether it's one-handed catches or coming from the practice squad at a college stadium, scoring your first touchdown last game of the season against the Bears, because it shows hard work, honesty, and a belief in yourself will get you almost anywhere you want to go. But you got to stick to it, like Adam has.
Especially that rookie season. It was the perfect match of opportunity meeting preparation, which basically led to that touchdown 7-8 years later. But let's rewind back to your favorite player back in 2017, your guy, Eric Kendricks.
Dalton sets and throws. Intercepted. Picked off by Kendricks. Eric Kendricks looking for the angle. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Now, the Vikings are going to kill Cincinnati in this game. And for Kendricks, this is his last interception touchdown. He has 2. The next one he gets will tie a Vikings record from back in the 60s, a linebacker named Rip Hawkins. And I know Eric wants to get it badly. But see, this game, man, December 17th of 2017, it's so emotional because they won the division that day, you know, and then they're going to go shut out Green Bay at Lambeau Field. And it really started to stamp Eric Kendricks as not only one of the better tackling linebackers in the NFL, but one of the best overall with the way he handles the pass coverage. Those of us who have seen Eric all of his career, and I think Eric would agree with me here, that wasn't always the case. Everything was a little too speedy. And he slowed down. He's elite. Eric Kendricks, I mean, HOF, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Eric Kendricks has HOF to him.
For sure.
I mean, he was robbed of the final part of the 2020 season due to injury, where he had led the team in tackles 5 consecutive years.
So crazy.
He would have led the team in tackles again, tying Chad Greenway and Scott Studwell for the most in the history of the team. And then if he doesn't get hurt in 2021, it's his record. Those records are hard to get. That's how you get to HOF, amassing those records, making plays like that to win divisions. And he made an unbelievably good play in a Sunday Night Football game 2019 in Dallas.
You got Prescott, you get to the outside, and it's broken up. Kendricks breaks it up.
With the 50th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Irv Smith.
Irv Smith, they're glad to have him. He is, and I quote, the most talented route running tight end that the Vikings have on this offense.
You talk about Irv Smith Jr. It looks like he is primed to being a great tight end for this Minnesota Vikings team. With 5 touchdowns in 2020 for Irv Smith Jr., you gotta think the ceiling is just gonna keep raising for that guy, right?
Yeah, it is. And with Irv, you know, he had opportunity, and for whatever the reason, it wasn't leading to a lot of touchdowns. Then he got hurt, then he comes back and he gets all those touchdowns. His Christmas, by the way, I mean, it was a terrible game for the Vikings, but his Christmas in New Orleans, playing the way he played in his hometown, that had to feel really good despite losing the game. Irv is getting better and more, I would guess, more of a professional with the way he runs his routes and the sneaky little moves and the yards after the catch, what's required at the line. Tyler Conklin, he jumped up too. They got a nice little 1-2 there with Irv and Tyler Conklin.
And Irv Smith Jr., I think one big thing he talked about in the offseason heading into the 2020 season was he wanted to be a better blocker. I think we saw that, and the play that really stood out to me was Dalvin Cook's 39-yard touchdown against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
There he goes, inside the 20, and he is gone.
The forte of his career moving forward, do you see him being that perennial all-pro, do-it-all tight end?
I can't answer that because doing it as long as I have done it, for me to put the tag great or the tag all-pro, I got to see a lot from those individuals. And he's taken in the second round, and he comes from Alabama off a national championship where he knows he's better than most people against whom he played. Well, when you get up to this level, you may not know their name, but they also may be on their final veteran contract, and they don't want to lose their money or their spot. It's just different. They're men, and they're stronger. What really impressed me about Irv is his willingness to run block and his willingness to mix it up with his tenacity. Even though he wasn't getting the ball, I'm sure, as much as he wanted. You don't, I mean, with all due respect, I don't think you draft a tight end from Alabama in the second round to be a run blocker.
You don't.
So therefore, when things are working out the way they are, if you're not getting the touches that you want, then you have to be the complementary team guy. And Irv always has been that guy, and it's only getting better.
I think the perfect definition to sum that up, selfless. Irv Smith Jr., selfless, willing to sacrifice his job for the betterment of someone else. Guys, thank you for joining us for another edition of The Walk.